Okay, a weird way of servitude. What do I mean by this? Just for me. Everything that I say on this channel, it's just for me. It comes from my mind. It comes from the experiences of my life, what I went through, where I came from, the things that I think about on a daily basis. And if you see me looking over like this, or you see me looking away and stuff, nobody will tell you this on their channel because they want to look professional, you know what I'm saying? But this hole, looking into this hole, it's kind of not the way that people, it's not normal, you know what I'm saying? When people talk, they look like this, or they look up like this, or they look to the side. See, me, when I think, I look this way, or I look like this, or I look like this, you know what I mean? It's never just straightforward. I know this is, the front of the camera, but anyway, see, that's another weird way of servitude to me. And what I was getting at is, I think every single person has a weird way of serving themselves and serving others. And what I don't think we even realize is, just by our words alone, we can serve other people. Just by the things that we do research into and we talk about, or playing an instrument, playing a piano or a violin, and just doing it and then recording it. Like, this is all servitude, getting on here and setting the phone up, recording on the phone, and doing all those things. That is a form of servitude. That's how I see it. I don't know how other people see it, but I know that when I do this, I am serving myself as well as somebody else, because I'm giving that freely unto people. And why am I saying this? You're probably thinking, well, why are you saying this? What does this have anything to do with anything? How can this benefit me in any type of way? Because I know when I used to take things for granted, and I used to just say, "Oh, well, this is for nothing," and I was ungrateful and I wasn't thankful for things, the little things. It taught me that the little things are the things that give you this kind of gratitude and thankfulness while you are alive. And then it says to you, it's like servitude in and of itself. Being thankful for the small things is like servitude, because you say, okay, I'm doing this thing for myself and I'm thankful for myself. You understand? And doing that, that is the value of my life. This is what gives me value as a person, is getting on here and recording and speaking. It doesn't even have to be about anything. I could sit here and talk about the colors of the rainbow for a half an hour. I could talk about indigo, red, blue, violet, green, orange, yellow, pink, if pink is in the rainbow. If I thought about it, I could think of all the colors, but I'm not too good at thinking about a lot of things off the top of my head, but that's okay. See what I'm saying? It's like this. You start to become like this free flowing artist, even though if you don't label yourself as an artist, you don't even have to label yourself as an artist. It's just, you become like this free flowing, free individual that nothing can hold you back or stop you, because you have been being so honest with yourself, and you have been putting yourself out there, and you have been learning things for yourself, and you've been doing this for so long that you're like, okay, I had enough. Now let me get out of myself. You know what I'm saying? Even though I metaphorically love myself and I care for my health, it's time for me to give what I may have to somebody else. It has nothing to do with boasting or bragging or any of that. It's just, you get tired of keeping it to yourself. And see, some people, they may not see it like that. It's just all about me, me, me. I need to get. I need to listen to, I need to hear. And I'm not saying that people don't need to hear, because that's what I do when I do this. This is for the person that is listening to reflect this back onto their own life, and like they're speaking to me, but I am them, even though I know I'm not you. It's like the person that may be labeling themselves and saying that they're lonely, or they're going through something, or they're depressed. I just want you to know, I understand you. I know what you're going through. And I'm not talking on no soft, fake and phony, trying to get more subscribers on my channel. Look at me, ain't I a sweet guy? No, I'm saying I know what you're going through, and I know how life is, and I know the experiences that you may go through, because I forced myself. I literally forced myself to go through things that I did not want to do. I forced myself to look into things that I didn't want to look into. You know, I watched documentaries on gulags and World War II, the concentration camps, uh, the death in the Congo when everybody was getting slaughtered, mass murders and all this. I forced myself to say, what if I was in their shoes? What if I was that person being led in to be gassed? What if I was that person that I was in my home and soldiers came in the middle of the night and escorted me out of my house, and then stripped me of my clothes and everything that I owned, pulled my gold teeth out when I was dead? It's like I forced myself to be in the shoes of other people, and I suffered for a long time thinking about this stuff. And I hear other channels out there. You might know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to put your name out there, but what's going on, you might know I'm speaking about you. But I know this person, you care about people. You care about people. And I know that you have empathy for others. And maybe that's what you want to make your life's work. See, I do almost get emotional with these kinds of things because, like I said, I put myself in other people's shoes. I put myself in poor people's shoes. I put myself in people that got killed shoes. I put myself in rape victims' shoes. I put myself in people that got stabbed to death shoes. And I have dreams all the time of things like this. I have horrible dreams. Horrible, horrible, horrible night terrors. Now, I haven't, the last couple days or so, I haven't been getting them as bad, but I know I went through this like maybe in a total of about 3 times. I had these really long periods of really bad night terrors and horrible, weird dreams. And it has taught me that when I wake up from these horrible dreams, it has reminded me that, my goodness, I'm not in that dream. I'm not going through that thing. And it makes me more appreciative for life while I'm still here. Now, do I know if there is some ultimate being that put all this into action? Do I know if there's some intelligence that really did make this? Our cells, DNA, molecules, are they the building blocks of life? Are they, quote, God? Or is it a reality? Is there really something? Is there really a creator that really did do this, and this is for nothing? Like every single life, even if it's horrible or they lived peacefully and died, what if it is all for something? What if it is for some eternal aspect? I don't know. I don't know that, but I know that people and things do suffer. I know that people have it better in the sense that they have everything that they need. And then there's some people that can't get a handout. I mean, they can't even get food. They can't even get water to drink. And here we're bitching and complaining about a YouTube channel or Instagram or the internet or how our lives are so bad. But yet there's people that can't even get water and food. There's people that can't even get an infected cut healed and then they die of gangrene or some shit. Like, just, I mean, really think about it. I'm just trying to get us to appreciate the small things. I'm trying to get us to say, what is my weird way of servitude? Because each one of you have a weird way of servitude. You just don't know it yet. And listen, I might be talking because 1% of the population is psychopathic, and that doesn't mean nothing. I think psychopaths can still have some empathy because they can reflect things back onto themselves and they empathize with themselves. So I don't go for that stuff. Even if you're somebody that doesn't hardly have any empathy, you can still have servitude in a weird way for yourself and for other people. It doesn't mean that you have to necessarily go and be around people and get involved with things if you are an isolator and you like being alone and it's not affecting your life. I can be alone 99.98% of the time. There is a very, very little bit of time where I need to talk to somebody that I know, or when I go to my doctors that I go to every 28 days, I speak with them a little bit. I only need a little bit of human interaction in my life. I don't need a ton of it because I know for me, this is how I was built to be. I was built to be a kind of standalone, be by myself, do my own thing kind of guy. And then I get involved sometimes with the crowd and other people. It's not like I need to be forced to do that. Now, some of you out there, you might need to find a group of people. You may need to find somewhere where you feel secure, where you feel like this is where I fit in at. It doesn't mean that you're a follower and you're a sheep and you're just all these things that people say. It might not be the place for you. Every single person has a weird way of servitude. And it doesn't even have to be the word servitude. It can be everyone has a weird way of living and everybody does it different. This is why we need to stop thinking that people are thinking what we're thinking. We have to stop thinking that everybody is the same as us. We need to stop thinking that just because this group of people is together, that they're somehow collaborating against me or they're doing something funny because I'm not a part of them. You see, this is all kind of like paranoid delusions that a lot of us have and most of us have, but we're just not willing to admit to others. I know I have my own paranoias. I have my own delusions too. I think that people are thinking things that they're not even thinking. I think that people are doing things that they're not even doing. I think that there's something going on out there that's not even going on. And it's just when you really reflect this back onto your own life and you start learning these things for yourself. And I'm not saying that y'all haven't learned this for yourself. This is just a reminder. This is me reminding myself first and then reminding you in a video. You see, this is my weird way of servitude. So, next step, what is your way of servitude? What is your weird way of going about doing what you do that others may not be doing? It doesn't make you worthless. It doesn't make you a piece of crap. It doesn't make you all these things that you might be telling yourself. It's just not where you belong. It's not for you. So therefore, find somewhere where you it's for you. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to say fit in, because you might be forcing yourself to do it then. If I say fit in, don't force yourself. If you know that it's really you, and you know that you are free to be who you are, as long as you're responsible and you don't do it with reckless abandon, as least reckless abandon, then you can do whatever you want to do. But see, why I talk about what I talk about, and why I tell y'all I don't listen. I want to put this out there. For anybody that listens to this trap rap music, I don't have a problem with the beats that these guys make. I don't have a problem with some of the lyrics that they're saying. But most of what they're saying, it just completely destroys the entire piece of art that they're doing, because they're putting all of these things in that all that they're doing is either talking about hurting others or doing something to another person. And it's just, it's messed up. It's what they're saying in their words. I mean, just listen to people. Just listen to what people are actually saying. I don't have to tell you this. If you have a mind to think for yourself, and you can discern things, and you can listen to what people are saying, I don't have to tell you what is right or wrong. I mean, every one of us should have been taught what is right and wrong, and what is taking it too far or not doing enough of something. But it's like, I don't have a problem with particular things. It's just, some of these guys, it would just be better if they would put out a beat and say a few down the earth words and then let it go. But they add all this extra filler of violence and selling drugs that destroy the community and talking about guns and doing all this in the videos and all that stuff. I ain't got time for that. I'm past that. That is all. Why would I want to, yet again, why would I want to associate myself with those things? Why would I want to talk about something that I'm not living by and I know is not me? And this is why I'm telling everybody, find your weird way of servitude. Something might not happen right now. I've been on this channel for 3 years, over 3 years, and I have 589 subscribers. 589 people that hit the subscribe button on my channel in a 3.5-year period. So either I'm not that interesting, either I'm just not a type of talker that people are fascinated with or interested by, or it's just they don't want to, listen or be a part of what I'm saying. I don't know. But the thing is, I'm not going to be something that I'm not. I'm not going to put on a mask and facade to get more subscribers. I'm not going to, be and say things that are not me just to get more views so that I can make more money and stuff. And I don't make any money on here anyway. The only little bit of money I get is the donations that y'all freely give to me. That's it. And I sold, out of my art stuff, I'm just being honest here, I sold 2 things in the last 3 or 4 months. 2 things. That's like nothing. I made like $8, $8 in 3 or 4 months. I could go out on the streets and pick up more pennies off of the street, in that amount of time. I mean, it's nothing against the people that are watching, but I'm not making nothing off of this. This is basically like a non-profit organization, but I have to make a living. If I'm going to keep doing this, I have to make a living off it. I don't mean to transition into that, but it's like all that I have is time. My life consists of some time, and all I have is time, and all you have is time. So what I'm saying is, find the time to find your weird way of giving to people, of relating to people, of actually being yourself. That will be your servitude, is being yourself, is actually being who you are and saying what you really want to say. And however you feel, you're going to talk about how you really feel and quit being scared and living in fear. That is what is holding us down and making us heavy, is because we will not expose ourselves. We're not willing to say that we have a problem, or I don't know, or something is wrong here. I mean, there are some things in this world that are wrong. George Carlin even said it. He said, the more that I look around, something is fucked up. And he was right about that. But the thing is, we don't have to be a part of the things that are destructive or are causing absolute destruction. I'm not saying, we're human beings. We can't help but to cause a little bit of things. But when you have the knowledge and understanding to know that what you want back on yourself, you're not going to do to other people, your life, I'm telling you, and you're like, I want to learn things, and I want to treat others like I would want them to treat me, and be thankful for the small things. Your life will change at the moment. I'm not saying that your circumstances are going to change, because only you can change your circumstances. Nobody can change them for you but you. And the thing is, each one of us can do this. We can do it if we really want to do it. And I understand a lot of y'all, you go to jobs, you work, you are the people, and I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to all the workers. I want to say thank you to the people that stock shelves. I want to say thank you to the people that do anything with food, people that do anything to help supply the needs of the people like me and others. Thank you. And I really mean that, because people don't thank workers enough. When I go to the store and I see a worker, I'll say thank you to them. They usually don't say anything because it might seem awkward, because they're not used to hearing someone say thank you. Just say, hey, thank you for stocking the shelf. Thank you for putting the milk in the refrigerator. Thank you for cutting the watermelon. It's so simple and easy. If we could all give gratitude and thankfulness and a weird way of servitude, just think of how different the world could be. And yet again, this is what I'm going to end the video with. How do we expect the world to change if we don't change ourselves? How can we expect the world to change, but we won't change the things that we're doing, the ways that we're thinking, the things that we're saying, all that? How are we going to change anything? I'm not saying we can change the world as a whole, but it starts with the individual. It starts with each person. What is your weird way of servitude? Do that thing. Do it until it kills you. Like I said in the other video, what Charles Bukowski said, do what you love and do it until it kills you. Because then what else are we here for? What else are we here for? If we're not helping ourselves, if we're not giving unto ourselves and other people, if we're not serving ourselves and others, what are we doing here? I mean, really think about it. What are we really doing? So anyway, thanks for listening yet again. If it's in your metaphorical heart to support my channel, to donate, those things really help, and I appreciate it. Find your weird way of servitude. Nobody else is going to find it for you. And there isn't much time. Yet again, memento mori. Remember your death. We're not going to be here long, y'all. I'm 36 years old. Just say I have another 36 years. I'll be 72. That's going to go by like this, in a heartbeat. Because I know how fast it went from me being born up until now. And it's crazy. Even though there is no time, Time does fly, even though there is no concept of time. It's just a period of nows. Now, 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 now. And those nows, I mean, they flew by really quick. So it's just to get us to think. It's just to get us to move. It's just to get us to not stay stuck in our situations. All right? Later, y'all.